I was at the loom again, and I'm still only working at 3 beads in a row, so to speak, right now. So hold on. It fits. It still needs a little bit of drying. I'm not working on my hair, so ignore it. Just woke up. I was worried Bailey had a rectal prolapse or anal, so I had my mom come up for a medical opinion. She's a nurse and been around corpses in the embalming lab, so I've seen a lot of stuff. The internet's no help. But he's okay. It's not what it is. Even humans get them. It's like something to do with your muscles and shit falls out of your body. Gravity, I don't fucking understand it. Age, straining. This is the new one I made. I'm almost tempted right now to order some Mayukis. I got some wildfire string. Well, I got the Obalon to try it for the elastic, see if it's any better than any. I gotta get some bent nose pliers for my jump rings. Not really. I'm actually using my regular ones. My fingers. I already ordered them, so it's kind of too late. So, but it's hard to straighten it. Do you ever heard of the term ombre? O-M-B-R-E. It's a new thing. They go like trendy. They have stamp pads for cards like that. They have, and I think it's like how I color my two-tone. I see what I screwed up here. I didn't. Got a dark enough pink in the middle. But I would go 2 straight pink, 1 the darker. I had a big mess last night. I got rid of some of them tube and oddball shapes from Dollar Tree that I didn't care for, and I gotta go in and sweep and run the cleaner. And so I'm not too crazy care if stuff happens at the Dollar Tree beads too much, because I just get more anyway. But I know which ones I want to keep for now. But you know, I don't know, even if you buy the best ones, I think Toho is the best brand of the seed beads. And they have Mayukis or whatever I was looking at. And until I know a little better about what I'm doing on these things, I'm not ready for those, so. But I suppose even then, you're going to get, excuse me, it needs drying, so I'm going to go put it in the other room under the lights again. It's not like you could dry it with a heat gun like you can like watercolor. This is that E6000 I use. I got some hypo cement coming, whatever that is. I found the toothpick, so I'm no longer using that old pencil. I don't like that. Spread it. I'll put a lobster claw on it. I'm thinking about doing wires eventually when I'm ready. They call it wire guarding. You gotta have like a crimp thing to do with them. And another type of loom, but it's called a wrap it. It's for wraps. It stretches them real long. It's plastic. The Rainbow Loom Company makes them, whatever. But no, it's a different type. It's nothing like these right here. Because there's just like 2, and then you gotta work it around, and you just, it's so you can, yeah. I'm not going to do the Etsy. I didn't have good luck with it. I shut it down. I'm going to tomorrow when I can pay the 20 cents to get rid of it completely. So, I've been playing my family farm seaside thing. But I just love this. It's ombre. It's half one color and half the other. Two-tone, like. Pink and green, I figured, because of Easter. But those two could go together. I split it down the middle, I hope. Okay, there's one. I should have done it more evenly, but it's as close as I can get it. But I had it on. I hate lobster claws, but I gotta learn myself to get used to them. I only make them for myself or close friends or to sell at our thing here, so people can get some moolah. I'm not that good yet at it enough to sell. Besides, every time I make them, I want to keep them for myself anyway. I'm sorry. I make them for me anyway. I always do that. My own measurements. Maybe 7, and I'm not stretching it. But yeah, I like this. I love this. What else can you do with them? I know it was bracelets. I haven't done necklaces yet. Although I got leather cord in my jewelry thing. You'll see that here. My wish list. And that'll be for the rackets mostly. Maybe make a cage gem necklace, because that's what I want to do. Put some of my own stones in there that I have. Most of my stones are up near Odin, like my favorite pieces, ultimately. Near my statue of Odin, so I kind of wanted to get the big Pazuzu, but I'm holding out for Mother's Day. I gotta get him the vet for his baby shots, but what he had isn't what I thought he had, so I probably just went poop or something. But anybody or anything can get a prolapse. I mean, it's embarrassing. Women can even get uterine prolapses, and my mom's had to put them back down because they have to put them back in. The nurses do sometimes until they get them to the doctor or whatever. It's embarrassing because it looks like a woman has a you-know-what. But, yeah. As far as rectal goes, prolapses and anal, gape, men probably get that from certain something or other. But most of the time it's because you're old and, straining and you don't have the muscle control to hold it back in anymore. So that's what I was worried about, because it involves stitching. With cats, he'd have to go and have blood work done, make sure he could tolerate it. The vet at his age may not do it anyway, because it could be hard on him, which I think too. But I'll just keep an eye on it. He looks fine. My mother checked it out because that's not one. Is what I seen on the internet. It really wasn't. So I just have my mom come up for a medical opinion on a cat. I mean, humans and animals can't be that much different, right? Other than cats are carnivores, we're omnivores. Which is gross, because my mom was taking human anatomy over in SUNY, which is across our river over there. You can see it from here, actually. For mortuary science, they were using, cats for dissection. They've used fetal pigs. I could see the pigs because they're set up similar to us, like omnivores. So the digestive tract would be very similar. A cats, I don't know. They'd probably be very short. They say they are, anyway. He had a good dinner. We had some Chinese food last night. He had a good turnout. He loves his shrimp. That's one of his favorite things. And if something does happen, we have ours cremated. My brother has a nice little memorial thing on his dresser. I don't know. I may keep him up here. I don't know. My brother takes a lot better care of stuff than we do. So, and in the event something happens to me, he goes with me and with mine. Like I said, me and Jimmy are going to be, cremated, and if we're still together, our plans are, I'd like to get some kind of an urn with a Celtic thing on it, even though I'm going in a Catholic cemetery, but I mean, that's okay too. You can get a Celtic cross. They're nice. I'd like to get the Tree of Life on it. I don't know if they make them yet. I think they always put the Tree of Life on a lot of stones. I don't even think about it. Even in religious cemeteries, and even in all different, I've seen them a lot, the Tree of Life, now when you think about it. If that's familiar, I mean, that's not just pagan, that's like a universal symbol of life, I think, is the tree. It's a very popular symbol. Fucking jump rings, though, really? I gotta put that in, that's a gunky mess. It needs to be under my studio lamp. I don't have the out light on today. I got working in there tonight. I had to cook because I was sweaty underneath them. I got a sticky mat coming. I think I may get the beadsmith tray or something, or some little triangles to keep them in and keep them separated when I'm working, because some get mixed in the other day, so I just put it back in the little Dollar Tree thing. I got a fished yellow one out of the garbage thing we put back there. I think it broke when I was having to trying to get everything together, and it went all over. Just one of those little trays that are divided. You can get them all the time there when they have them. If not, I tend to buy my seed beads already sorted in them little things and different things. Sometimes now it's a lot easier for me. Where the ones I was going to buy are going to come in a tube, and they're from some Beads Direct USA or something. I don't even know, but they're through a third-party seller on Amazon, which I don't know if they're any good, but Well, some of them look like they were going to come from China direct, which is okay. I get stuff all the time. A lot of my beads are from China. Not so much the seed beads, but like the gemstones or the round ones you see me with, or like the 4mm ones. Yeah. I'm getting Jimmy a bunch of CDs for his anniversary, because he got me all those other things. My knit threads, my needles. But I've been using it's easier for me. I threw this shitty fucking tube of beading needles out. I didn't like them. Because I can't see that well anyway. These fucking things are damn... I would never be able to thread them. They're garbage. I didn't like them. Some Obelisk brand. I should have known better. I should have bought like James John, whatever brand they are. John James. Good ones if I was going. But I like the big eye needles by Beadsmith, the collapsible type things. The bead along ones that are collapsible eyes, but I like these, they call them big eyes. That's their name. They're easier for me to thread and work with. No problem. So I think a lot of my trouble was that. Lack of patience was one. Not the right type of thread. Let me tell you, buy the loom, throw the fucking kit out, buy your own stuff to go with it. Your own thread, buy your own needles, buy your own beads. I don't know about those little beads if they were any good, but I got a couple packets of them. But sometimes they won't even go over the needle. They're so small, they're not uniform. God knows what brand they are. Just like these, they're from Dollar Tree. I have no fucking clue. But from now on, I'll just use my craft knife and cut out the little square and window area of the ones I want. Unfortunately, I spilled a lot of my brown ones that I wanted to use. But, you know, don't overwhelm yourself when you're taking up a craft or something like this. One mastery at a time. I'm not going to even try those rabbits until I learn more about them and got these better. The regular looms, but oh, those rabbits look nice. Wrap looms with the leather or the suede cord you use to put them on with. Look very bohemian and pagan and looking friendly. Witchy, like. Probably could put a tree of life on one of them somehow. But you gotta buy like these snaps or like a button, but they're a snap. You gotta tie good and know your knots and everything. Beagalon has a little tie-in station and knotting station, which is probably what you use for pearls, and I'm not gonna have pearls. I got some in there, but I took them off another old piece of jewelry I found downstairs on a free table after our sale. That's what we do while the rummage sale, and if there's anything over, we put it out and let people pick at it. There's going to be a big one next week, so I'll probably be down there rummaging for stuff. I just look at, I take stuff apart and see what I can put in other pieces of jewelry, newer ones or something. I got all these spacer beads off an old watch you see me took apart once. That was an old video that's gone, so. And there's some bicones, black and red, and there's not many there to even do anything with, so I don't have to match them in with other things. I guess I call it upscale when you find something old and then you do something new with it. A lot of people like upscale. It's fun. I wonder if I actually should get into like doing some watch faces on these things. Too bad you couldn't do half and then nah. I would just be looking for trouble. But eventually, you know, I'm going to want to learn how to do all this metal. Maybe wrap some of them, the big ones, and do something with that. And have to figure out how to do the wire guardians, the crimp tubes, all that shit. So I'll need the right kind of pliers when the time comes. So I'll just order as... It's like with my card making. I got some Easter stuff picked out for my mom and brother. I order as I need it. What I want, what I know I'm going to use the month I'm doing stuff in. And I'll never need any incense for any time soon. I got the store here. I don't know how that come out. That doesn't. But they're all in there. They're all set good. They're not coming out. So that's good. Yeah, I did ombre. I didn't know. I thought maybe I could do something like a pattern. I haven't done any real patterns yet or downloaded any. My inkjet needs some color. I think it's low. I gotta check my thing later. But anyway, that's probably a good way to get it already done. Trying it like a pattern. Pinterest is a great thing for crafters and cooks. A lot of good ideas there. I love Pinterest. I don't share my Pinterest on here, do I? I'm not linked. Because I got a hell of a cool looking demonology board I've made. All the different demons and gods and goddesses separate. Thing on magical herbs and incense, what they do and what they're for, stuff like that. I mainly do it for myself. I could share. Oh, I had it on here once. I should put it back. Oh, and I don't think Google Plus is going to be a thing anymore on April 1st. I think they're getting rid of it. So. I like this stuff, and then you gotta let it work in. Give it at least 15 minutes of long hair. Good stuff. Had a good bath last night. Washed my hair. Strawberry Suave. Or mane and tail. Either or. I don't like to use up a lot of the mane and tail. I use it once or twice a week. And use the Suave in between. Good Strawberry Suave since the 70s. Maybe a lot longer. Who knows? I just remember I was a kid and I loved that shit. And old habits never die. It's the best shampoo they ever made. I wonder if they actually have the conditioner for that. I don't know. Look and see. I use my mane and tail. Mane and tail really helps you grow too if you're having any. I'm not gonna advocate and say that's okay for balding because I don't know, but if you got hair and you like growing it, it does that. They have their own detangler. And I like this ain't Johnson & Johnson. It's just a knockoff brand that was in the store. Same thing. They got strawberry in theirs too. It's mainly for kids because kids don't like to have their hair pulled. Neither do I. And it helps get all the knots and gnats and shit out of you. So I read online too a long time ago how to take care of the long hair. Looks wet right now as I have that shit in there. It's not greasy. I took a big one last night. We ordered the same thing we get every time, poo-poo platter. And 2 shrimp egg rolls a piece, and I like the wonton and egg drop. But then we wanted extra ribs and some fried rice for tonight to go with our dinner, so leftovers, and they just, oh, the one on Main Street's the best one compared to the buffet they deliver, or you can look there. I'm like my grandpa. I don't mind buffets because I'm a fat person, I love them. But I'm kind of, by getting older, starting to be like my grandfather, like it hot, fresh, be prepared, and not sitting around for who long, God knows how long. He never ate at buffets. He liked diners and stuff. Can't blame him. I mean, the sneeze bar is only effective as how tall you are. You know, there's shorter people that sneeze. And the sneeze bar is only effective as tall as you are. It's true. Well, anyway, that's that. I feel like I got a good brush out. It's wicked lonely. Jimmy likes it that way. Let's start putting it up to him bed because sometimes it actually rolls over on it. Ah, God damn, it hurts. But anyway, I'm going back to bed. It's too early for me. I had a really gross dream about one of our creepy neighbors on our floor. He's nice. He can't open his schizo, but yeah, very inappropriate dream. So I got up. I went at Bailey, checked out. My mom come and got some coffee, and really, do I need to go back to bed? Yeah. Just to get woke up. I will go back to bed to get woke up. That makes a lot of sense. It does, really. Think about it. I don't get up on Sundays till 1. Because I'm up early all week because I got to clean the house and get our spring cleaning done. Do some mopping and deal with that bead mess on the floor in the other room. If I really went to. I gotta wait till after shopping day to get the cart. Oh, we didn't say that. But anyway, alright, anyhow. I told Jimmy for a while, don't walk in there barefoot, because I've gotten a glass bead in my foot before and it fucking hurt. I had to use my pliers to get it out. Because I think it was like a hooky thing, and it kind of was. Of course, that's long healed up, but I'm just saying that it did happen once. Those little things are so tiny. They can do some serious damage to a foot, though, if you're not careful. And they break or something. They're all over. Little shards of them. I think those are what they call the 11-O's. Those little ones. So that's what I'm ordering from Mandela Craft brand. All different multicolors. Like I said, I was looking at the Mayukis. I have a galvanized metal colored ones. I have the iridescents, which I love. But they don't really work out so much in looming that I'm aware of as they would probably a string along type thing. Which I'm not doing peyote stitch or none of that yet. I got the fire wire coming, it's clear. The wildfire crystal, that's clear, or frost, whatever. The Nymo is white. I'm working with white. They said the frosted fire line has a tendency to leave like a black residue on your hand, which I don't want to deal with that. I don't know if I should get some beeswax. We have a bee man here in Canton, but that ain't the same fucking thing. It sells stuff at the farmer's market. Obviously, this time of year, that ain't open. Not yet. So, we'll have to figure out that if I need that for my thread. But I got the Nymo, the white tooth spools, for what I'm going to need. And I got some more of the big eyes on the way, because they bend as you're using them for a couple projects. You can just keep rebending them and putting them back to shape. I saved the test tube. Those other needles came in so I can put my ones I'm using in there. I do small scale because seriously, I got enough stuff where I am. All that shit. So I don't want to have to buy too much more storage than what I have, because I use that corner I moved them all out of. When my Christmas tubs are prepared, put them there until they come and get them. So that's a small apartment. I just love this type of looming. I hated it, but now I like it. So let's see how many I've done this month. I have to get my little bowl I keep on my bed of my finished ones. I love these little ribbon clasps or these ends, and that's what I'll stick with for me because I like them. I think they look nice. I like silver stainless steel, so I don't have too much gold. But you know something about stainless steel and silver? It matches everything. So I don't want this to pull apart, so I'm going to go and let it dry in a little bit, and I'm going to upload this, and that's it.